Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the first of two live streams today. So we have two live streams, and what you see is what you get as usual. You take a look in the title, take a look on stream, what you have before you. What you see is what you get as usual with my live streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're coming from. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project, self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the goals and heights that I've set for myself and those around me. So that being said, of course, we do have the introduction to get through, but before we get to that, what we have here today, again, what you see is what you get. We are going to concern ourselves with a lot of different things today. Largely, I'm starting another sub-series in addition to the other 6 sub-series that are running at the same time, but this is the one that really focuses on the basics. So BDMP, something like that. I said BDS. BDS. Anyways, but BDMP standing for the basics, maintenance, decontamination, and purification. So, if you were to run a game and you're trying to, sort out the clutter in your life, depending on how much responsibility you take on in yourself, this series focuses on basically all the most basic things: employment, business, relationships, finance, garbage, waste, groceries, safety, electronics, all of it coming together. Again, very similar to some of the other sub-series in the past, but I couldn't get down exactly. I didn't have the right wording for it, and now I do know. I would just call this the basics. So most urgently, what needs to get done right now? And there's another keyword: urgency, immediate, time crunch. So with that being said, we take a look in the title and we see health, we see health, we see food. I think there's also in the title something about what's it, waste? No, waste is something further down. I think it's work. It might be work related. Regardless to say, we have a bunch of stuff here that we want to cover um, on the table, okay? And of course, the introduction to the Ahn Rho Project, I gave a little bit of background, but I do break it down accordingly so far with analogies, sub-series, and domains. So domains are different domains of life. The examples I gave already are finance, employment, all that kind of stuff. You may have 50 or 60 of them all coming together. And then we break it down, of course, also by sub-series: 1,000 Days Till Death. We have this one, this new one. We also have aggressive revolution, all that kind of stuff. And of course, this is really a way for me to, using analogies, speaking, it's like a business analogy, applying shipping and receiving onto my personal life, inventory management onto my life. There's a time management sub-series as well for me to say, if I had only 30 months or 1,000 days left until I die, how would I manage every day differently? What would I prioritize, and how would I get it done in practice? Also, another major sub-series I had going, I believe, is to, not sub-series, but the analogy was that it's like a time capsule for me to look back on maybe 30 years down the road. So a lot of different ways to look at this, also as a survival game in the modern day era. So that being said, why don't we deep dive into what we have today? It does say health. It does say, so what do I want? What do I urgently need to speak about? Health and safety. So first of all, today, my breakfast, I had to get food. So food was very important. I ran out of oatmeal. I ran out of my groceries. I'm out of stock with food to eat. My oatmeal's out. I actually have the packaging downstairs. I can show you actually around the room. You can see there's a bunch of junk food there, but that's all run out. I actually am short on food completely. I have this oatmeal here. I have some gift items here. And most of this stuff is waste and garbage I need to cover on tomorrow's stream. That's what I scheduled for. But you can see here, for example, these bottles of Ensure at the back here, 1, 2, they're completely finished. It's empty. We have these chocolates, even that from I used as a backup resort. It was a gift from a tenant who's been living alongside with me. She's left now and gave some gifts. Again, that's finished. We have the supplements here, which are really my support base right now. The supplements from Usana, if you're familiar with that. But basically, you can see there's like 8 bottles here for the liver, the Hepa Plus. We have Glucosamine, Procosa and Proglucamine for immune system and antioxidants and stuff like that. And then we also have the one for, we also have the basic cell essentials and stuff like that. And on top of that, of course, we have this bowl here of oatmeal all finished. The only thing I have really left is you have some packaging here. So grocery items, food. Again, all my food's run out. It's all a huge fucking mess. I have food that's from not even from me. This is from my caregivers. So again, stuff I need to cover from into the next live stream because it's waste, depths, weights, waste, and then we have here more food standing up. So at least we're moving around the room around, which is better. You see some food around here. Again, moving down here, we have some food here. Again, this is a packaging that I used. It was just, again, just kind of snacks. But I put a sandwich inside after I wanted to reuse it. I brought it to work. It spilled out, but just some ham, some bread. And again, I'm just done with all this stuff here. So that's health and food, especially health is this, right? Health is this. In terms of health, I've been, the past 2 days, I've been so stressed out, I've been binge eating, and it's a really bad habit. I don't want to develop any further or progress into an addiction. It's actually been something I've been contending with for almost 2 years now. I get these relapses on and off, and it's really bad. But needless to say, that's what I had to concern myself with. So health and disease, binge eating. I have a lot of digestive issues right now. Because of that, also I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm getting only about roughly 5.5 to 6 hours of sleep. So what do I need to do urgently? I think there's also in the title it says work or something like that. Needless to say, I need to bring this to work, so I'm gonna put these bottles inside the bag over there, and that's really important. Let me see what else I had to cover, and hold on a second. Yeah, I think that's about. Is that it? That can't be it. There's got to be more management, right? Management. So, I guess management is really just that's important, but I don't actually have. Do I have any photographs here that I can show? Quite honestly, I think that I don't really need to show anything like that because, as far as I'm concerned, this live stream really is a part of that. I already did the introduction. And this whole entire live stream is a part of that management process because the Ahn Rho Project is a life management project. That's what it is. And so it's really this nice capture, this video capture format for me to take down everything from the supplements to the waste, to the groceries, to the garbage, to the health and disease, down to the safety, which we're going to cover in the next live stream. This is the first of two, right? And then, of course, we have business and work, again, also being covered in the next live stream. Clothing as well, the laundry, the stuff, everything coming together. Again, if you were, like I said at the very beginning of this live stream, analogies. A good way to look at this business management applying to your personal life, or if you're a gamer or something like that, you could definitely see this as like a real life game, just having 100 different things coming all together and trying to prioritize everything. So I guess that's more a strategic real life game. So with that being said, that's sort of what needs to be done with the basics. I have management in there, health and food. So I have covered at least a bunch of items here. Unfortunately, I can't throw any of this stuff away until I cover the waste portion. So let me see if I can consider getting rid of some of that right now. The first thing that I can do is I need to put this in my work bag, and that has to happen in the next live stream. So I think that's it for this live stream. That's very strange. I'm pretty sure I had something else on mind. Did I have safety? No, I can't remember, unfortunately. So I'm just going to jump on to the next live stream. Thank you for tuning in. The next live stream will start in about 5 minutes. I am late for work, by the way. That's what it was. I remember. Okay, before this live stream ends, I have to say the last thing is people, right? So yeah, is that what's on the title? You can leave a comment. I think it's people. I'm pretty sure that one viewer here, by the way, is a bot, so it's not really a viewer. But needless to say, on Twitch, one viewer on Twitch. I just gotta say that basically people. The last one is basically I should be working right now, right? So I should be getting ready for work. And so what's happened is in terms of relationships. Okay, so first of all, I mentioned that in this household of 5 families, one of them has moved out back to like Hong Kong, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna miss her. She's gone. And during that time, the landlord has been moving in to clean out. So the landlords, and the landlord's family, basically, the seniors as well as the actual homeowners, they came in and they started to clean up the house, the room next to me. And so, yesterday morning I would run into them, and the day before I run into them, and I basically help them move a fridge downstairs, reach some hard to reach places like the lights and switch up the light bulbs, stuff like that. And they brought their kids over, and so it was a nice point to say that even though I kind of miss the tenant who was living next to me and she's gone, the next person, of course, new opportunities with every kind of loss is a new opportunity. And so I gotta I guess I had a chance to, maintain the relationships with my landlord, with the landlords. Now, in addition to that, most importantly, when I say people, this one has to do with work. So I'll probably cover this in the next live stream. But basically, all the relationships I'm having with my colleagues and my coworkers are deteriorating, and they have been for the past 3 years anyways, because of the simply me not, it's my responsibility. I haven't been able to handle the job. I took on more than I could because I come from, like, I guess, a background of poverty, and I guess a lot of family related issues. Basically, it's completely broken family. So relationship issues, financial issues, even health related issues. I'm not a very strong individual, physically speaking. So all that kind of stuff came in play. And of course, I don't think my relationships could honestly get much worse. I mean, they can always get worse, but it is so bad right now at the workplace. And, all I have to say is that, I have found a way within myself, that I hadn't before, how to carry myself, even understanding all of my disappointments and failures. I can't let it beat me down. In fact, I'm going to keep striding and moving forwards, and I've managed to be unfazed now, and that's completely new to me for most of my life, to be able to continue walking when there are literally 1,200 to roughly 2,500 different things to cover in the past, I guess, 2 to 3 months in terms of tasks, broken down to the minutia, and then important domains of life from finance, business, employment, projects, relationships, caregiving, all that kind of stuff, disease, health, illness, finance, everything coming together, just complete chaos, complete meltdown, completely overwhelming, and I'm still here. I'm still moving. I'm still getting back up on my feet, no matter how many times they kick me down. And that's something new for me. And hopefully, when I go to work today, I'm going to continue to try to maintain to the best of my ability. I may get fired. I already told my boss, and from the very beginning, that listen, I'm not what it looks like. And eventually, they finally caught wind of it. They finally understood how far behind I am, and that meant that I disappointed them in a lot of ways, honestly. And so today, it's been 3 years, and they're still working on it. I don't know if any day is a day that I welcome they're just giving me a letter of termination, but they still don't do that. And so I still have obligations to them. I still go out of my way, and they're having a really difficult time right now trying to manage everything, a very challenging time. As they would say, it's year-end inventory. So I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to see what I can do for the best of my colleagues, for the staff, for my manager, supervisor, and of course, just the overall owner, the family. It's a very family-oriented business. So with that being said, this is the first live stream that kind of delved a little in depth, a little bit on the last one there. But needless to say, what can I really get rid of here? I'm not really sure, honestly. Tomorrow should be the waste live stream, but like I can't even really dispose of anything, because at the end of the day, if I were to do that, I'd need to have a clamp open. So that's another management issue. I don't even have the logistical stuff ready for me to hold the camera while I move about and try to clean everything up. Maybe I'll find a solution to that tomorrow morning. Maybe I won't. I don't really know. Here's this. Okay, so this bag still got some food in it. So again, it's just a mess. So second live stream, we'll jump onto that, and that one I can finally get rid of some stuff, because there's some work related stuff here I can put away. We can move around. We can actually get a gist of things. By the way, this canister of water I forgot to cover. It's water. I need to put that into my work bag. So that being said, that's the next live stream. See you in about 5 minutes. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one.